Welcome to Sports Wrap. I am your host, Robert Pickford Jr., and together we'll go over the plays, highlight the details, and give you all the analysis for everything you need to make an informed decision on your games on a week-to-week basis. Welcome to Sports Wrap, Week 13. It's been an exciting week. Broncos are 9-2 coming off of a bye week. They'll be playing the Washington Commanders, but right now we're going to be talking about the Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets are hot again. Their rotation is excellent. Bench play is excellent. Of course, their starters are doing well. So we're going to go over a statistical breakdown of what's going on with the Denver Nuggets. Let's begin. Denver Nuggets 2025 statistical analytical breakdown, season snapshot. Record so far, 13-4, second in the Western Conference. That's good. Strong offensive start with numerous double-digit wins. Excellent. One of the league's top offenses with 125 points per game. 50.6 in field goals. They're hitting half of their shots. Second in the NBA. Rebounds per game, 47.3. That's second in the league. 2.3 assist to turnover ratio, best in the league. Okay, wow. Key strengths. Nikola Jokic began the season with 4 straight triple-doubles. Elite efficiency in scoring, ball movement, and rebounding. Improved depth and adaptability under new head coach Dave Adelman. That's his name. I didn't even know what the coach's name was. Dave Adelman. Risks and challenges. Middling. I've never heard of that word. Middling three-point shooting. 36.6. Heavy reliance on star players. So they're saying that the bench isn't playing that good. Defensive consistency could determine playoff ceiling. Okay, season context. Coming off a 50-32 season, a 7-game exit versus OKC. They almost beat OKC. As a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, I think there was a tipping point in that series where we had them and then something went off. Okay, improved roster balance and strong early season momentum. Correct. Positioned as a legitimate title contender if performance holds. Projected outlook. Top 3 Western Conference finish likely if health and efficiency remain. Championship potential depending on defense and shooting consistency. In other words, they have to topple OKC, and that's not that hard to do. You know, I mean, it's going to be hard, but they're going to be burning out a little bit. They're going to be running up against it, as we say. All right, we're going to transition right into the Denver Broncos. No breaks, no delays, no commercials, no bullshit. All right. Denver Broncos versus the Washington Redskins. Facts and history. Overall, we as we have discussed, against the NFC East, Dallas, New York Giants, Washington Redskins, Philadelphia Eagles, the Broncos have a losing overall record against those teams, okay? That means going back all the way. We're not talking about yesterday, 10 years from now. Every game they play has been tallied, okay? Washington historically leads the series. Super Bowl 22, 1988. Washington 42, Denver 10. Speaking of which, of that game, Doug Williams never played a game after that. If nobody let's see, he beat John Elway in the Super Bowl, and he never plays another game again. So they basically got mad at him for beating the Broncos. And this is coming out now, later. And they screwed him over, and basically he has an annuity with the team now because they don't want it to be litigated and they don't want it to come out. So they just pay him under the table for the rest of his natural life. In that game, Doug Williams was the first black quarterback to star, play, and win a Super Bowl. The first one they allowed to, by the way, not the one, because there were many others. They just acknowledged this. Timmy Smith, who they put in jail after that. Timmy Smith ran for a record 204 yards. He killed us. And Washington scored 35 points in the second quarter. The score was 42-10. They scored 35 points in the second quarter. If 35 minus 42 is what, 7? There you go, 10-7. We never scored another a point in that game. Notable regular season games. 1998, Broncos 38, Redskins 16. One thing they don't have here that was notable is that we traded Clinton Portis, who was a superstar running back, but was having some mental things going on for Champ Bailey. It ended up working out for both teams, but the longevity of Bailey made it seem like we won the trade, but both teams won that trade. That's the first time that's ever happened, where both teams won the trade. Washington scored 35 points in the we already went over that. Doop-a-doop-a-boo. Denver moved to 13-0 in their championship season. Oh, when they beat the Redskins 38-16. Terrell Davis scored 3 touchdowns in that game in 98. That was dope. 2013, Broncos 45, Redskins 21. Peyton Manning threw for 4 TDs. Denver scored 38 unanswered points. 2021, Broncos 17, Washington 10. The Broncos have been trending into whipping their ass. And that's basically from the year 2000 up, which has been 25 years. Anything before 2000, the Redskins won. Defensive battle. In the 21 game, it was a defensive battle. Denver closed it out late. Broncos 17, Washington 10. The latest matchup they've had came in 23. Washington 35, Broncos. Whoa. 2023, Washington 35, Broncos 33. Who was quarterbacking then? Was that Russell Wilson? Denver blew a 21-3 lead. Washington held off last second 2-point attempt. Oh, that's a shame, Broncos. I'm sure they'll do better Sunday night at 6 o'clock. Okay, we're going right into our picks. I'm getting a little smoother at this. Little smoother. Oh, by the way, the Thanksgiving dinner today was massive. It was bomb. Right now, the Detroit game is going on. Detroit, the Packers at Detroit. Okay, going into our picks. We got Green Bay at Detroit. The game's pretty close. I've got Green Bay in this game. Kansas City at Dallas. We all agree that Kansas City is going to win that game. Dallas is a confusing, weird team. They don't want to win. So, but they're good enough to go 50-50. So that's 7-10, 8-9, 9-8. They're either going to go 8-9 or 9-8. They'll never go 9-8. So it's always going to be 8-9. Let's see. Kansas City over Dallas. Cincinnati, Baltimore. That's Cincinnati at Baltimore. Baltimore. Chicago at Philadelphia. I kind of have a feeling Chicago's going to win that. Philadelphia's playing weird. Ever since their superstar running back committed suicide and decided to visit the Trumper, Donald Dumpster. It hasn't been the same. The receiver wants out. There's a little line confusion play. They're just not getting sacks. They're not sexy. What do you want me to say, man? Okay, let's see here. Chicago could beat Philly at home. That is Friday, tomorrow in the super weird Amazon Prime Friday night game. Then we have a full slate on Sunday and one Monday game. All right, so we got Los Angeles at the Panthers. LA is just red hot. And the Panthers are idiot team. When I watched them play, they just had a chance to beat somebody last week. And I mean, they had them and they just didn't want to play. Oh, San Francisco, excuse me. Carolina could have easily beat San Francisco. They just didn't want to. And then now San Francisco is traveling to Cleveland. I hope Cleveland kicks their ass. Come on, Shedeur. As the one brother said, Shedeur, without the H. Shedeur. Like a sedative. Shedeur. Come on, Shedeur. It's like, hey, man. You better hope they block for Shedeur. And don't be giving him them watch out blocks. Watch out! Bam! Right into his knee. Houston at Indy. New Orleans at I don't know. I would move the Saints. I'll be like, I don't know. Between them and the Cardinals. The Arizona. No, excuse me. The Chicago, St. Louis, Phoenix, Arizona Cardinals. God damn. Never gonna win. New Orleans at Miami. Just, my God. New Orleans at Miami. Miami, because they're at home. Atlanta at the Jets. Another one. Atlanta at the Jets. Whoa. You got two red hot smoking teams there. Atlanta at the Jets. Who cares? Atlanta. I would just pick Atlanta because the Jets are completely dysfunctional. Completely. Let's talk about, man, the Jets and the Dolphins, and they're both in the same division, which makes it super easy for the Colts. The Cardinals at Tampa. Jackson at Tennessee, Jackson. Minnesota at Seattle. Jesus Christ, another dysfunction. So we got Minnesota, New York, and we are identifying the dysfunction. New York. Identify and omit and destroy this dysfunction. Okay, the Vikings, Jets, and Dolphins, super dysfunctional. Raiders. Tom Brady can play, right? He can do all this stuff, right? He can't fix a team, though. No, he cannot. And now they've already started pointing fingers and blaming people. Who's there to blame? Well, he wanted Pete Carroll. Oh man, here we go. He wanted Chip Kelly. Here we go. We'll give him Sean Payton. We'll take a young hitter. Give him Sean Payton, and we'll take a young, smart, aggressive dude. And we ain't talking about no 30-year-old tight pant wearing, sitting there vaping, sneaking vape hits. It's like, bro, no. But bro, no. Vegas Raiders. So did we go over that? Having so much fun here. Minnesota Vikings at Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Raiders at Chargers. Buffalo, I can't say it without even laughing. Buffalo Bills at Pittsburgh. This is a Buffalo, but damn, Pittsburgh has that's that much of a chance. That's at home. If that was at Buffalo, they would have got rocked. They would have got their world rocked. Denver at Washington. Washington can win that game, but you wouldn't bet your mortgage on it. because Denver's just due. They're 9-2. It's almost like the league is like going to say knock them down a peg because they're getting too far ahead of everybody. 9-2, the Broncos could lose the whole entire rest of their schedule and still be in the playoffs. And looking good. They'd be like, oh yeah, we're 10. We're 10-7. No, we're 9-7 and be in first place. Sorry ass league. Sorry times. Sorry league. Sorry people. But we got to enjoy it. New York Giants at Patriots, another team. Jesus Christ. Now, okay, let's go over. We have found the dysfunction. Okay, the conjunction. Conjunction, what's your dysfunction? New York Giants, dysfunctional. They'll get the number 1 pick. Vegas Raiders, both of these teams just had the number 1 pick. They get the number 1 pick again. And that's if they haven't done something stupid and traded it away. Number 1 pick Giants, number 1 pick Raiders. Tennessee Titans, number 1 pick. They're all fighting for the number 1 pick. Jets, Dolphins, all need the number 1 pick. Bad. And New Orleans could use one too. So we have recognized and found the dysfunction. Cleveland, we don't even want to talk about Cleveland because they could perpetually get the first round pick forever. It'll be the year 2045. Cleveland Browns are selecting number 1. Cleveland Browns are they selected number 1 in 2033, 2034, and 35. They traded, and then of course, but they traded away their 35, 36, and 37 first round picks to the new Calgary Cougars, some dumbass team that they done invented that's gonna fold. Okay, that's it. I gotta go back, man. We're having too much fun here. It's been another fun show. All right. Sayonara.